Okay, do you know what? I have been waiting for this, and I know you have too. The famous, the one and only, the premier, the elite. You want to bake, you want to roast, you want to grill, you want to air fry, you want guilt-free favorites, you want the Ninja Foodi. And here's what's amazing. Do you know it's finally back? It is the last chance for the year. It's the only time that we are doing it at this price with free shipping. And I'm telling you, this is a complete kitchen solution. I am obsessed with this thing. In fact, thanks to Melissa and Hannah, I mean, they got my back. Do you know what? Dinner in 10 minutes. Even my producer, Steve, said, is that salmon gonna be done? I'm like, oh, ye of little faith. Ye of little faith. How about salmon dinner in 10 minutes? How about, oh, do you hear that? I don't even need to cut into it. Hear it? Hear it? Hear that sizzle? Oh yeah. Jump back, want to kiss myself. I don't care if it's that crisp, fat-free frying, you get the grill marks, you get the searing, you get the whole shebango. What I'd love to do, Hannah, should I let these rest for a second and show them everything they got? I'll do that, okay. So you can see the grill marks. Obviously, you can hear the most important part, the sizzle, as Chef Curtis Stone would say, because he's coming up at midnight. Let that meat rest, Shannon. Be patient. So I'll do that. In the meantime, with a 1-year warranty and the final quantities, I want to show you what you're getting. Boy, oh boy, you do need to shop now or forever hold your peace though, because we're giving you more stuff, we're giving you the best price, and this is your complete kitchen solution in this beautiful little footprint. Now, let's start with the basics. As I said, and you saw from that video, you can bake, you can roast, you can dehydrate, you can air fry. It's a convection oven. So whether it's baking a cake or brownies or doing salmon, whether it's cooking from frozen, whether it's reheating, this is the ultimate dream machine for your kitchen. So if we did it at this price, it'd be a great deal because the retail value is about $225. Our regular HSN price, again, last chance you're gonna see it at this price, final quantities, free shipping, we are including. Yes, there's a full recipe booklet. There's this great air frying basket. And when I say, yes, air frying, but you wanna dehydrate, you wanna rewarm, you wanna crisp up that pizza, remember you can bake, roast, use it as a confection oven, you can air fry, it's the whole shebango. You get your grill plate, and you heard that sizzle. That's the key. Everybody wants that. Do you know with over 500 degrees, yeah, I'm telling you, you get that sear, you get that wonderful caramelization of the meat. And I don't care whether it's salmon or steak or burgers or everything in between, dream machine. The brush, which I gotta be honest, even though most of the parts are top rack dishwasher safe, frankly, I have this at home. I didn't get as much stuff as this as you did, and I usually just wash it and rinse it off in my sink. But you are getting the grill plate. First time ever you're getting that roasting rack, which I have to be honest, I bought another one last night because then I'm gonna pay it forward and I'm gonna give my original version to one of my best friends because, you know, she's not so great in the kitchen. This makes you an instant expert. You even get the Kebabs, also HSN exclusive. And speaking of exclusive, these colors, you will only find it here. This price, you will only find it here. So we've got that beautiful cinnamon. We have your black. And we have this great copper, but we have it for this show. $36 on your credit card, free shipping. Remember, we're calling it a slightly expanded delivery window, but the truth is it's just a few days beyond what we would normally have. But we like to err on the side of caution. Okay, when I showed you the sizzle, the grill marks, I don't care if you like your steaks medium rare. I don't care if you like them more on the undone side. Look at that juice. Look at that color. Look at those grill marks. Are we making you hungry yet? Well, we should be, because in minutes, and I have to point out again, I defy anybody to tell me that did not come off that, well, now maybe snow-infested, mosquito-ridden, outdoor grill that nobody wants to clean. Your dream machine is here tonight. Well, it's a dream that I get to work with Rochelle, and I gotta tell you, Rochelle, you know the story. I was so upset when this sold out at 4 o'clock in the afternoon when we did it as a Today Special. We made it better, we gave them more stuff, but anyone who hasn't seen that late night infomercial or seen this on commercial, anyone who sees this wants it, don't they?
They really do. I was so sad. I know we kept trying to get it on your show, and every time we sold out before we got to this late hour. So I'm so glad they brought extra inventory in, but we're only down to the final colors, I know, and it's so great because I think everybody loves it because it's so versatile. You know, it's a grill, but it's also an air fryer. It also bakes. It also roasts. And air frying is so popular these days because it's saving you that extra fat. You know, it's 75% less fat than traditional, you know, deep frying cooking. So you can enjoy all your delicious treats without having to worry about the guilt. But let me kind of give you a tour of the front so you can kind of see how it works. So right now I've got it ready. I'm going to do my steaks here in a minute. But this is the grill control on the side. So it goes from low to max, with low starting at about 400 degrees and max going all the way up to 510. So you get that perfect charred steak every time, just like you would on your outdoor grill. So you can control the temperature here too for your baking and dehydrating and roasting. On this side, you have your other functions. So it does air crisp, which is your air fryer, dehydrate, bake, and roast. And then you can set your time. Once you set your time and you hit start, it will preheat. And when it's ready, it will say add food, just like it is now. So I'm gonna add some food since it's asking for food. And I'm gonna have some steaks here. Wait till you hear the sizzle. These are giant steaks too. So listen to that sizzle. Listen to how it's just gonna get that perfect char mark that you get from the restaurants or from, you know, outdoor grilling. I'm throwing some mushrooms in here, which I would never do on an outdoor grill because I'd probably lose them. And then I'm just gonna shut the lid, and you'll notice it starts counting down. So I can walk away, I can do my dishes, I can go watch, you know, TV, I can do other things. It's gonna beep at me when it's done. And because it has that cyclonic air technology, I don't have to flip the steaks if I don't want to. I can if I want to get sear marks on each side, but I don't have to. And here's how that cyclonic action works. So basically, it is surrounding your food with really hot air, so it's gonna cook evenly all throughout. It's gonna sear it on that grill plate, so you're gonna get those perfect char marks. But I love that it's gonna cook faster. It's gonna cook more evenly. You're gonna get a perfect steak every time. You're gonna get perfect salmon every time. Air fried salmon is my favorite, but this is air fried salmon on a grill, so it's got char marks too, which is super delicious. You get that nice crispy deliciousness on the salmon. Speaking of which, I've already cooked some, so let me show you. This is a meal I love doing with my husband at least once a week because it is so healthy. I think you had some in the studio there too. And somebody was doubting you. I don't know who it was in the studio that was doubting. You get this done in 10 minutes. Asparagus and salmon all in one. It's healthy. Look at how the salmon is not sticking to the grill because it is nonstick. I can pop this in my dishwasher, you know, while we're having dinner or after dinner. And it's a really quick and easy meal. It cooks in 10 minutes. It washes in the dishwasher, and it's healthy. So you don't have to always go for the pizza or the, you know, the really, you know, fatty things that are in our freezer when we're, you know, pressed for time during the week if we're working from home. And I love that it's delicious. I love that it's healthy. I love that it can grill. I love that it can air fry.
I love that it's easy,
and
Rochelle.
All these recipes are, yeah.
And
yeah, for
hey,
sure.
They are giving me a quick little update. I'll do that in just a second if that's okay. By the way, if you find me on Facebook, the official ingredients, but no kidding. Now on mine, instead of teriyaki like Rochelle's, I put maple syrup because I could put maple syrup on a shoe and I would eat it. So I just did a little maple syrup and then some cumin. You can either use paprika or chili powder if you like it to be a little spicier. But Rochelle, you're right. You heard the story correctly. My producer, Steve, who didn't wait for me, he bought his last night when he kicked it off. He was a doubting Thomas. He was a doubting Stephen. He's like, you just put that in the kitchen? I'm like, I know, 10 minutes. 10 minutes. So Rochelle, I just want everybody to see what's left. By the way, that beautiful sterling silver that you see in Rochelle's kitchen was one of those early sellouts. Please do not wait with this. And if you are new to HSN, I know you're familiar with Ninja Foodi, whether you've watched HSN or not. Chances are you've maybe seen the commercials or you've seen some of the advertisements. We are the only ones who have this with this configuration for this price only as long as supplies last. And we are headed into the home stretch, my friends. So don't wait. And in addition to the grand finale of our 5-pay FlexPay, FlexPays are interest-free payments. So you can use your debit card, your major credit card, even PayPal. It's less than $40. When you see that salmon dish, let's be honest, if you're going out to your restaurants, if you saw a beautiful plate of salmon like that, you know, that's dinner out for two. Seriously, actually it'd be more than that. But we're also doing free shipping. This is not inexpensive to ship because, you know, you're getting a lot of stuff. And we have our extended holiday return policy until the end of January. Now, you get this great little quick start guide, which I didn't mention before. Personally, that was my go-to when I got mine, but I'm actually upgrading to this one. And I say upgrade, I'm gonna pay it forward, give my original one to my friend Kitty, but I want that roasting rack. I mean, especially whether you're doing ham, whether you're doing turkey, whether you're doing wings, whether you're grilling with that great grill plate. Yes, the cleaning brush comes with it, but candidly, you probably won't need that. I rinse mine out in the sink. I don't have a dishwasher, but you can put it top rack, dishwasher safe. Kebabs are also an addition. Then you get this great recipe booklet. I know the big recipe booklet sold out earlier, but so many great things. How about Nashville hot air fried chicken? You eliminate, and then of course you also get that great air frying basket. But remember the salmon I just put in a regular basket, and then I'll show you real quickly because Rochelle, I've got a little question for you, and this is a great segue. So here's my big old bag of regular fast food style French fries. You dump it in and you're done. But Rochelle, so when I go to the drive-thru, I love my fries. There's a lot of oil. How much oil, how much fat am I cutting in addition to the time when I use this?
75%.
Wow.
And you can see it all in the bottom because it will all go to the bottom of the grate. So it is saving you that fat. I think we did 2 pounds of fries earlier, but while I was waiting for the show, I was munching on them. So I think it ended up being like 1.5 pounds. But I love that you can get all of your favorite fried foods and not have to worry about the fat. And the reason is because air frying is frying it by surrounding it with hot air. And so that's why you're getting that golden, crispy, delicious, but without the fat, without deep frying it. And so that's why I love air frying for cooking. And so Ninja's kind of combined air frying with the grill, so you get the best of both worlds. So while you're grilling, you're also getting that cyclonic air that's going around. You're also getting that nice golden brown, crispy, and delicious from the sear, but also from the hot air. So it's gonna save you time because it's gonna cook quicker than your traditional oven. So whether you're doing your roasts or you're grilling vegetables or your tacos or even desserts, I've got some pears we're gonna do here in a minute so I can show you how to actually grill fruits as well. There's so many different things. It's so versatile. I think this is why this is everybody's favorite, is because it is a true 5-in-1. You can grill your weeknight meats, your salmons and your steaks, but you can do big roasts too. I can't wait to show you, Shannon. Amanda and I have come up with some great recipes here for the holidays. So we've done a pork roast, we've done a whole chicken. So it's really, really versatile. And I love that this one is also coming with the roasting rack because that's something that's new that we haven't seen before. And I really enjoyed cooking with it. So let me show you the front again.
Let's do that because it is so
talk about
easy. I just have to interject because my producer Steve is keeping me up to date on quantities. Do not let this sell out from underneath you. Grab it and do it now. I realize we have the official last airing coming up at 11 o'clock tonight, but just as a friendly reminder for you, the price is only good as long as supplies last. This is an exclusive configuration. It's sold like hotcakes without the additionals, like the bonuses that we're including tonight. But this is the grand finale. Tomorrow you don't get free shipping, and I think we'll be selective when it comes to 5-pay FlexPay. Today, next 40 hours and 45 minutes, you get free shipping on this. You get 5 FlexPay. You get our extended holiday return policy. Steve, I think you told me there are roughly only 1,000 of the copper. Okay, roughly only 1,000 of the copper. And remember, we've already sold out of 2 colors. Black is a great universal, and then there's that great cinnamon. Of course, they're all HSN exclusives, but they are going for sure. And certainly, I think we could all agree, Rochelle, we all collectively have cooked more during this unique time in history than maybe in our entire lives. But you know, the other truth of this is we've done more dishes. We've maybe been eating things that gave us the COVID-15 or 20 or whatever they're calling it. So it's fast, It's healthy. It virtually cleans itself. There's nothing that you can't cook or bake or roast or air fry or dehydrate in this. It's like a 5-in-1. No kidding, this is the dream machine in the kitchen, isn't it?
It really is. And I love that I can do quick and easy weeknight meals. So we just did the salmon. I'm going to walk you through the panel again, and then I'm going to cook some kebabs because you are getting the skewers too. So you can do some kebabs at home. So this is the grill control where you can set your temperature. And I love that it's a little fire there. It kind of is really just a cute way to show what temperature it's at. But it goes from low to max, low starting at 400, max going to 510. You can also set your temperature here for your dehydrate and bake and roast functions and air frying as well. Over here, you can set your time based on your recipe. And then you have your other 4 functions where you have your air crisp, which is your air fryer, dehydrate, bake, and roast. So if you have an air fryer at home, maybe it's time to upgrade it to something that does more than just air fry, something that you're going to love having sitting on your countertop 7 days a week because you're using it all the time. As it's preheating, you'll see these little lines here. And once they get all the way to the end, it will beep like this doo-doo-doo that Ninja is known for. Everybody that's a Ninja fan knows that sound because it either means it's ready for the food or dinner's ready. So while we're waiting for that to preheat for the kebabs, I want to show you the roast that we were working on. So this is a 4-pound roast that we did with the root vegetables. Look at how beautiful that turned out. We did that with the roasting rack. And so we just put the roasting rack on the bottom. And what that does is it allows it to sit up high above the juices. So that way it gets that perfect air crisp surround with the air that makes it nice and golden and delicious all the way through. But then you have that juice on the bottom if you want to use it for your gravy, if you're doing this for the holidays. You know, I know a lot of us are maybe doing a smaller Thanksgiving this year. So you could do your 4-pound pork roast for your holidays. You could do it for your Sunday dinner and just have this beautiful presentation to bring to your table. And once I get all these vegetables out, you're going to be able to see that roasting rack in here and kind of see how we did this roast. And I love that it has this versatility of doing not just weeknight meals, but also family style meals because it has the capacity with that 6-quart capacity. And it roasts in just a fraction of the time as it would in your big oven. So I'm going to take this to the table here. Actually, I got a couple more potatoes. Let me get some more potatoes here. And now I'm going to take this to the table to show you all the stuff that we've been making. I just heard the beep. I don't know if you heard the beep. I just heard the beep, which means it's ready. So look at all the things we've been making today. So we did a 4-pound pork roast with our root vegetables. We've also been making some chicken kebabs all evening long. We did a brownie. Shannon, this bakes amazing things. I did a double brownie in here, so we just cooked it right in the 6-quart pot. Look at how it didn't stick to the bottom. We were able to easily lift the brownie up. This can go in your dishwasher too. We also did a carrot cake. This, we just used my 8-inch regular pan. So this is something that you could do with your baking dishes that you have at home. It just goes right inside the pot when you're using the baking function. So any bakeware that you have that's oven safe, you can use in your Ninja Foodi too. We also did some dehydrated apples. So if you have any, leftover apples from fall apple picking and you want to get them dehydrated for healthy snacks, you can do that. And we also have some burgers. So we can still keep the flavors of summer all year round. It doesn't matter what the weather's like outside, whether it's rain or snow or mosquitoes, you can do it inside, smoke-free. So, if you have an air fryer at home, if you love air frying and your air fryer doesn't do all of these things, maybe it's time to upgrade to one that does 5 things at one. It's also a great gift. I know we've got the holidays coming up. Any foodie that you have in your life that loves grilling, that loves food, is really going to love the Ninja Foodi.
They will indeed, and wow, are we busy. I don't want you to miss out on this. Just to show you capacity again, and Rochelle, beautiful demos. I mean, big props to you and sweet Amanda out there. Just so everybody realizes, here is that wonderful air frying insert. Now that's your 4-quart. And then this is what Rochelle was talking about, because we're getting a lot of questions today. Boy, I feel like Ginger Rogers. How did she ever dance backwards and make it look seamless, right? But there's our 6-quart, that baking insert. So basically anything that you would put in your oven, I mean, whether it's a pie pan or a cake pan, double brownies like Rochelle did in her kitchen. So that's your 6-quart. That's what she did that beautiful roast in as well. Here, because a lot of people have been asking, I love this little plate that actually covers the heating element. That way, because let's be honest, when you're cooking, there's splatter, you know, you're not getting the fat in your body, but you know, there's fat that's being removed and still getting a nice crisp skin on things. So that is a nice little plate that makes it even easier for both protection and cleaning, if you will. And then the roasting rack, another addition, like a bonus that we didn't do when it sold out at 4 o'clock. The kebabs, which we love. Kebabs on your regular outdoor grill are kind of a nightmare because then you have to worry about cleaning them. This, yes, dishwasher safe on those pieces and parts, but frankly, I just wash this in my sink. I don't have a dishwasher right now, so it's genius. There's that wonderful grill plate. You heard that sizzle. You want that sear, you want that char, you want that caramelization of meat. You want this. Great recipes included. Wonderful little footprint, so it is a whole kitchen solution. Who couldn't use a second oven for Christmas, for Thanksgiving, for the holidays, and beyond? This is it. Remember, it's really, for all intents and purposes, like a 5 or 6-in-1 because you bake, you roast, you grill, you air fry, and you also dehydrate. And you do it for a price that we are only honoring as long as supplies last. So when you think about what you would spend for an air fryer, Rochelle, I've been on the air with you, I've been on the air with other guests where we have sold just air fryers for $199, and they're fabulous. But this is a whole kitchen. I just want to give it a hug because people fall in love with their Foodi. And that's just it. That's one of the reasons other people can, basically charge more money for it. Let's talk about capacity and versatility though. Now, talk about the temperatures because any good cook or chef, Chef Curtis would tell you this too, when you can go up to those higher temperatures, that's where you get that nice caramelization and sear marks. So this will go really low for dehydration, but then also really high for searing, correct?
It will. So if you're going to dehydrate, that's low and slow, right? So you're going to set it probably at like 150 for 8 hours so you can get your beef jerky, so you can get your apple crisps if you want to dehydrate your apples. But then when you want to do your steaks, you want to get these wonderful, beautiful char sear marks that you would get on your outdoor grill, and you want to get it nice and golden brown and crispy and delicious on the outside and tender and juicy on the inside. And look at how juicy this is. So you've got your grill marks, you've got it perfectly, light pink in the middle. So you could do this medium rare, you could do it whatever temperature you like your steaks, but that 510, for the max grill temperature is what gives you these perfect sear marks from the grill. And you don't have to flip it, but you can if you want to get the sear marks on both sides. But that cyclonic air technology is going to cook it evenly all the way around. That's why you're getting this beautiful color in the steak where it's really perfectly cooked even all the way around, and it's nice and pink in the middle. It's perfect, just like a restaurant would do. I think it's even better personally than outdoor grilling. I feel like in outdoor grilling, it doesn't always cook so evenly. It doesn't always get so juicy because, those juices are dripping down into the grate, and here it's all contained in the container. Plus it's smokeless, I'm indoors. It's been raining all day outside here, here in Orlando and Florida, and I've been able to grill these steaks indoors and get this beautiful, wonderful, delicious color that I would at my favorite steakhouse or my favorite restaurant. Plus we did the fries first. So usually this is how I cook on a weeknight, is I will air fry the fries, take out the air fry basket, add the grate, and then do the grill grate, and then grill the steak. So I get steak frites, like a little French bistro in my kitchen on a Friday night. So this now says add food. So I'm gonna add my kebabs. I just wanna show you now that it's preheated, it tells me when it's ready to add food. It will say add food. I'll hear that little doo-doo-doo, that little beep, which tells me it's either time for food. You hear that sizzle? That's that 510 temperature. That's that grill grate. It's really smart technology. It makes it really easy to cook whatever you would like to cook, 7 days a week. These will be done in about 7 or 8 minutes. We'll have little chicken kebabs to add to the kebabs we've been making all night. So I love that it's a great, weeknight meal solution when you want something quick and healthy. I know we're indulging in these brownies and other delicious things here for Thanksgiving and the holidays, but come January, maybe you want to just do, your steak and vegetables. Maybe you want to do just air frying, and you're going to have those goals coming up in the new year in 2021. So this is the time to do it. This is the time to get it. But let me show you, we've got a whole roast chicken we did back
perfect.
here too.
Hey,
And I also want to
Michelle,
show you.
I know you've got
Yeah.
a ton of demos. Is it okay if I do a quick update first? And then I promise we'll go
Oh,
right back to
sure.
you.
Yeah,
Just
for
because
sure.
this is the grand finale for the weekend. So a couple of things are happening. If you've watched it throughout the day, maybe you were fortunate enough to get yours before it sold out at 4 p.m. when we did it in April. I did, but I have to be perfectly honest with you. I got another one. I upgraded, and I say upgraded because I use this as like my oven. My convection ovens died about a year ago, and so I do everything either in toaster ovens or air fryers. This is my kitchen. I mean, you're looking at my kitchen. I mean, seriously. Rochelle just mentioned the rain that we're having here in Florida. Again, we want everybody to be safe, but if you do have to do an evacuation or glamping, camping, your kitchen can go with you on the go. So I mentioned that just because it's a whole kitchen. I mean, for lack of a better term. Now I upgraded because when it was sold out in April, I did not get the roasting rack, and especially, like I said, I use this as my kitchen. I wanted that roasting rack. I'm gonna pay mine forward and give it to my best friend, who actually is not a great cook, but you know, she's been forced to cook like all of us have. So she's gonna get a great kitchen solution that she can't screw up. There's that grill plate, there's that brush to clean. Frankly, you really don't need it though. Kebabs are an addition, cookbook. Remember, 4-quart capacity on that air frying basket, and then 6-quart capacity on that insert for when you bake. And remember, yes, you can bake, you can grill, you can fry, you can roast, but here's what you need to know. Steve, I think you said the black is the most popular in this show. So the black is the most popular on this show. I have one if you're shopping now, and it's really close with the cinnamon. The original one that I got was a cinnamon, and like I said, I kind of upgraded because I wanted that roasting rack and the kebabs. We have them if you shop now, and boy, I call this copper kind of a sleeper. These are all exclusive colors. I think it actually looks even prettier in person than it might on your televisions at home. It is a beautiful copper. I think we're all familiar how people are loving their rose golds and their metallics in their kitchen and their homes and their jewelry and their electronics. And that is this for sure. But do not wait. Do not wait with this, because remember, it's the last chance. We're not doing this as a today's special again for the rest of the year. And trust me when I tell you, whether this is going underneath your Christmas tree, you still get that extended holiday return policy until the end of January. You could fit, for most, I want to say a standard 8-inch pie plate. I'll defer to you in a moment, Rochelle, but you could bake your pumpkin pies. You could do your sweet potato pies. You could do your green bean casserole. You could do your yams. You can do your steak. You can do your wings. And this is one of the things that Rochelle was talking about. There is a restaurant, actually I haven't been there since this whole weird time in history started, where they do wood-fired wings. And I love them. I gotta tell you, they're a little under a flex pay. Do you know you could add a little liquid smoke, add a little bit of flavorings that impart maybe a barbecue or a mesquite or a hickory or an apple or a teriyaki. So you can really kind of duplicate that experience at home. But the really cool thing, have these cooled off enough where I can grab it without a pot holder? I think so. I've got like hands of steel because I'm always in the kitchen, Rochelle, as you know. But one big thing about this, and Prince, can they see, we got Nick on the jib, which is perfect. I want to plate these, but we were talking about what you don't get, meaning, now do you see all that? As they say, you know, pass the lips on the hips. I love the flavor, I don't like the fat. So all that fat drains away. So wings are not necessarily bad as a dietary choice. It's all the fat or the preparation method. And Rochelle, I'll have you speak to that, because here's a real case in point. I'm getting that caramelization, I'm getting that flavor. You can see it's draining the fat away. So I'd love to see some of the other goodies that you and Amanda have been up to in your kitchen, because I think the hardest thing to do is just to get people to get it at home. And no kidding.
Absolutely.
Once you get it at home, Rochelle, don't you agree? It never gets put away. I think we all have those appliance graveyards. This is one, once I took it out of the box, I have never, ever, ever once thought about putting it in some cupboard pantry. We use this every day, don't we?
You use it too much. You use it way too much to put it away. And I want to show you, it fits perfectly right on my countertop. I have plenty of space when I want to open it up. It opens right underneath my cabinet. So I can use it, 7 days a week. I can use it for my weeknight meals. Look at this gorgeous chicken. We did a whole 5-pound roast chicken with the roasting rack. So you can see the roasting rack in there. So all those juices dripped underneath. We wanted to use this grill rack so that way we could get the whole chicken in there. But then also, look, we did some grilled acorn squash. You were talking about Thanksgiving side dishes earlier. If you want something creative, this is so quick and easy and so healthy to do your grilled acorn squash and then just add some garnish on here to make it so pretty for the holidays. And then I'm just going to put my roast chicken on top of the side dish here. So you could make this into, oh, this is heavier than a 5-pound chicken. Let me get a better grip. There we go. So you can just bring this to your whole table. And if you wanted to do this instead of doing a turkey, you could do a large chicken if you're just having a small family gathering this year for Thanksgiving, or even for a Sunday meal. I mean, it's Sunday now, and this is the kind of stuff that we're making for dinner. And I'm going to carry this over and show you all of the things that we've been making and answer some of your baking questions that you had too. So we did a whole roast chicken. We also did a pork roast with the roasting rack. So a 4-pound pork roast with the roasting rack. We've been doing kebabs. We've been baking. We did a mega brownie. So we did a double batch. So 2 boxes of plain brownie mix from the store that we did in the 6-quart pot. But I know you had some questions about the pans. And so I wanted to show you, this is just my regular plain 8-inch cake pan that fits right inside. So that's what I would use for bake. But you can also use your plain square if you wanted to make a regular brownie and not a mega brownie like we did tonight. You can also just use your plain square one too. So you could do your pies. You could do your cakes if you wanted to do your cakes. I know all of us always need that extra oven throughout the holidays. This could be that extra oven that you need right on your countertop. There is the Quickstart guide too that I think you pointed out earlier tonight that really makes grilling easy, so you don't have to be intimidated. It tells you the time and temperatures for any kind of meat, any kind of vegetable that you would want to do. Plus, you are getting the recipe book with color photos. They're beautiful photos in here. There's also grill charts. There's marinades. Here's the steak and asparagus. We did some salmon and asparagus. And so once you get this home, you're going to feel really inspired, I think, to try all the recipes in here. There's also a Ninja Foodi official Facebook group that Ninja runs, so you can go on there and meet other people who also love their Ninja Girl Foodie and get different recipe ideas and tips and things for what people are cooking for the holidays. But we made all of this in less than 30 minutes.
Unbelievable.
Look at this feast that we made.
And the cleanup is nothing. And that's what I want to talk to again. And wow, are we busy? We've got one if you're shopping now. Now, here's that wonderful crisping basket. We say a 4-quart capacity, but here's what I want to show you. So you know how they say objects in mirror are larger than they appear? This might look like, okay, well, how much can I do in there? Let me show you these wings. Okay, Hannah, how many, is this like a pound of wings, 2 pounds of wings? Okay, 2 pounds of, okay. Yeah, all right? So we're talking capacity. So when you see that chicken, that wonderful split chicken that Rochelle and Amanda did in her kitchen, it's great. Here's the other thing though, and this is what I really want to stress. Listen, I love my Curtis Stone cookware, and of course Curtis is going to have a great today's special tonight. You could put his brownie pans in this. Remember, any oven-safe pan. Actually, I even have one of my Anchor Hocking glass bowls I might grab just to show you, because your Anchor Hocking, you bake into that, like 450, 500 degrees as well. Anything that goes in the oven will go in here. This is not going on your hips, not going past your lips. You still get that grilled flavor, but you know what? You rinse it out. So all that fat drains away. And if we just took, okay, easy cleanup, checks that box. Fast, checks that box. Healthy, checks that box. I remind you, and I hope you can find me on Facebook, I promise I'll post the official ingredients, but the truth is it's maple syrup, little paprika if you don't like spicy, otherwise I do a little chili powder, and then sometimes a little cumin. You could also do the teriyaki version that's included in the recipe book that we send you. Even my producer, Steve, and I love my producer, but he bought his at midnight. He's like, that is not gonna be done. We'll show him in that last hour. And I'm like, oh, Steve, do you doubt me? 10 minutes. I promise you, 10 minutes. Now, I chose to bake that, but you could grill it as well. So baking 350, 7 to 10 minutes, depending on how you like your salmon. Your steaks, you can cook from frozen. I've actually got some frozen steaks I might even throw in here, but the whole idea is you don't obsess about dinner anymore. You can use this to crisp, to toast, to bake, to dehydrate, to roast, to grill, to reheat. A lot of us are getting brave. We're doing takeout and all that other kind of stuff. Put a pizza on this. I mean, seriously, Rochelle, it's funny because when we were talking, first of all, if they want it, they need to do it now. But let's say you don't even have the recipe booklet handy. You were so cute. You're like, oh, let me check on frozen steak. So yes, there's a big old manual, but there's also like a little cheat sheet. And then of course, like a built-in prompt. Ninja thinks of everything. It's kind of goof-proof, isn't it?
It really is. It's foolproof. They do think of everything. So if you don't want to pull out the recipe book, you do have that nice sticker on the top that tells you really quickly, hey, I want to roast some salmon, or I want to do some steaks. It tells you the time and the temperature for your grilling tips. It also does it for air frying. It even has a little little snowflake here to indicate if you're cooking it from frozen. So it makes it really easy, really foolproof to get things done. There's also that Ninja Foodie Facebook community that I told you about. So this is saying add food. I'm going to add some pairs here. So if there's any questions that you ever have, don't feel intimidated. It comes with a quick start guide. It comes with grilling and air frying charts. I'm going to do some roast pears. So we just covered these pears in some sugar. So I'm going to roast the bottoms here. I'm going to do this really nice and lightly because they are fruit. So I've got it on the lowest setting. I'm just going to do it for a couple minutes. I'm going to put it on some cake with some caramel, and it's going to be so delicious. And our kebabs are done. So we're going to add to our kebabs that we've been making all day. Look at how easy this was to make a quick and easy weeknight meal. Look at how these are non-stick. They're coming right off the grill grate. You would never do this on a regular grill. You'd probably lose your kebabs, into the grate. But I love that I can cook quick and easy and healthy and do it in my kitchen without having to go out and deal with the weather or deal with the rain or deal with the snow if you're up north. So look at this feast. We made all of these things in 30 minutes or less. So we did our kebabs in 8 minutes. We did our 4-pound pork roast in, I think, 30 minutes with the root vegetables too. We also did a spatchcock chicken. So we did a chicken with the roasting rack. We also did the salmon. And the salmon is one that I tell you, we do it once a week here in my house because it's a quick and easy weeknight meal in 10 minutes. You've got your vegetable, you've got your salmon. It's low carb, it's healthy. But speaking of healthy, that allows me to go right for the French fries when we have our movie night. So we've got our air fried French fries. We also have our burgers and cake and brownies and dehydrated apples. There's so much you can do. If you love air frying, maybe it's time to upgrade your air fryer. But if you love grilling, you're going to really love grilling indoors with the Ninja Foodie grill.
You will indeed. I mean, honestly, Rochelle, and here's the best part. Listen, I've hosted enough dinner parties, and many of you know I love to cook. The thing that stinks is the cleanup. And thank you guys. I kind of fired this up because first of all, I want to show you when I say you cannot mess this up. Remember the control panel, everything is completely labeled for me. You have complete control. So whether you want to change that temperature adjustment, whether in the middle of it, like a lot of times what I'll do is bake, but then I'll decide, you know what, I want to crisp at the back end. So that's why you get all those plates. It's just the touch of a button. It tells me everything, start, stop, tells me when it's done. You can see how quickly that was already heating up, even if you just used it to reheat your steaks, if it's your takeout. So now we did not flip these, but if I wanted to get grill marks on both sides, I could flip them. But what's so nice is you keep the juice, you keep the flavor, you drain away the fat. Get yours while you've got it. In fact, if you don't rave about your Ninja Foodie, you send it back. You've got until the end of January. But remember, this is an HSN exclusive configuration. We are in the grand finale of our Better Than Black Friday weekend. Of course, that means only until 12 midnight, whether it's something you see on the air or off air. I've got my little shopping cart ready. I'm going to have to hit, check out while I'm on the air because everything's on 5 FlexPay, but then everything has free shipping. This is an exclusive configuration, and here's what I want you to do. Whether you've shopped at HSN or not, chances are you have seen the infomercial. Even if you haven't, I know you're doing something. Chances are you're cooking more in this period in history than you've ever cooked, even if it's just takeout, and you want to reheat that pizza. You want to reheat those nachos or those tacos or even that chicken breast, whatever it might be. Even if you just use this as a reheating machine, it would pay for itself. But remember, we are doing this last and only chance as a today's special for the year. This will not be back as a today's special for the rest of the year. This is an exclusive configuration. Normally at $225, it's a great deal, but it is only as long as supplies last. We include bonuses of that roasting rack that was not here when it sold out in April. The kebabs, fat-free kebabs, whether it's lamb or gyros or chicken kebabs, seafood, vegetable kebabs, stone fruit kebabs. You could grill pineapple or peaches in this. You could do a grilled Caesar salad if you want. Cleaning brush, recipe book, grill plate, air frying basket, if you will. And then you also get kind of this baking pan. That's that 6-quart one, kind of also doubles as a reservoir to catch that fat. There's our cinnamon. Here's our black. There is our beautiful copper. And no kidding, I think that copper actually looks better in person. My producer, Steve, was actually asking me, he has an air fryer. He said, oh, should I get this one? And I said, absolutely, because Steve, do you remember what I told you? The one that my friend and producer Steve has, I sold on the air at one point for $199, and it's a great air fryer. However, it doesn't have the addition of this little mesh screen. And that's neither here nor there, but this, in my own opinion, it allows for things to crisp without, everything splattering on that heating element. And you know what, Hannah, can I do this backwards? It's kind of hard to do, but I know, oh, see, there we go. That's Ginger Rogers, I salute you. Well, there we go, gosh. I'm impressed with myself, what can I say? a little help from the crowd, but you can see that just with the one that my friend and producer Steve has, this is exposed, which it's not a bad thing. It's just a different design, but I know, because I have that one too, because you guys know I buy everything. And that one, if you look at it, you kind of, it's like a horror show. It's like, ooh, I didn't know it was on that. So Rochelle, in the final 60 seconds or so that we have remaining, you've got more great things. Do you want to do another quick reveal before we clear the path for another great item?
I do. I have one. We grilled some pears. So it doesn't just have to be summer fruits that you're grilling. You can also grill some fall fruits too. So we did some grilled pears with cake here. I'm going to cover them in caramel sauce. Look at these wonderful grill marks on there. And then I got to tell you, after grilling pears, my husband earlier tonight was like, why have we not been grilling pears more often? These are so delicious. So there's really so many things that you can do. You can do your steaks, you can do your salmon, you can do your big roasts. So whether you're just cooking for a small, quick, healthy, weeknight dinner, or you're cooking for your whole family on a weekend or a holiday, I think you're gonna love having your Ninja Foodi in your kitchen with you all year long, really.
Well, and honestly, the only way to know for sure is to get it at home, because once you try it, you're a foodie forever. And always an awesome job, Rochelle. I'll look forward to seeing you back here, well, with whatever's left at 11 o'clock, okay?
All right, see you soon.
Thank you, Rochelle. No kidding. I hope you're inspired. It's as easy as it looks. I love mine. I upgraded because you get more stuff with this one. I promise I'll be generous, though. I'll be paying it forward to some special people in my life. That makes a great gift. Speaking of great gifts, wow, wow, wow.